We're on Zevachim Parak Yud Aleph, Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah in the 11th chapter of Masechet Zevachim. Now it's in the middle of talking about the idea of kibbus. There's a specific halacha, there's a specific pasuk that we learn that says that any blood that gets sprinkled on a beged, it requires kibbus. The beged is kadosh and it has to be washed in the Beit HaMikdash. So now the Mishnah says, "Nitaz min hatzavar al habeged." If the blood sprinkled splattered from the tzavar, from the neck of the animal on the beged, ein ta'un kibbus. It does not require kibbus. Min hakeren umin hay. So the blood splattered from the keren, from the corner. I mean, you do the sprinkle of the blood on the keren as you're supposed to, and then you pour it on the yesod, and then it's splattered. Blood splatters. Again, eino ta'un kibbus. It doesn't require. That doesn't demand kibbus, washing of the beged of the garment. If it's spilled on the floor and then you gathered up the blood, that still does not require kibbus. So what does require kibbus? Ein ta'un kibbus ella. Remember, we always learn this. Ein plus ella. It does not demand kibbus washing, except the only thing that requires kibbus is hadam shenitkabel bekli v'ra'ui lahazaya. The blood that was gathered from the place of the slaughter, makom hashchita, and is ra'ui lahazaya, worthy to be sprinkled. Why? Remember the reading of the pasuk. Let's just go back to the pasuk. Okay, kol asher yigav b'bsara yikdash, v'asher yizeh midama al habeged, asher yizeh aleha, techabes makom kadosh. It says asher yizeh aleha, that which whereon should be sprinkled the blood thereof, the blood that's being sprinkled. Asher yazeh. Okay, the Bartanura says lo amarti ella b'ra'ui lahazaa, that which is worthy of or about to, appropriate for sprinkling. But from the keren, from the yesod, all the things that are left over are things that were collected. The dam that was spilled. Okay, that doesn't require kibbus, because ein ta'un kibbus ela hadam shenitkabel bekli. Ve'ra'ui lahazaya, it has to be gathered in the kli, caught in the vessel, and ra'ui lahazaya, and is appropriate for sprinkling on the mizbeach. The Mishnah continues. Ntaz al ha'or ad shelo hushat. Okay, let's say it got sprinkled on the or on this. The blood got sprinkled. That blood got sprinkled on the skin of the animal. Ad shelo hushat, before the animal was skinned. So now you have this on the. Now we said beged, right? Okay, so I know if the blood is appropriate, but now it's not on a beged. It's on an animal skin. Eino ta'un kibbus. Right? Before the animal was skinned, the animal skin is not a beged, so it doesn't require kibbus. But mishu who shot, once the animal skin is skinned, you have an animal skin, and then the blood sprinkles on it. Then ta'un kibbus divrei Rabbi Yehuda. Then, okay, it requires kibbus because we'll see according to Rabbi Yehuda. Once mishu shot, even though it's not an actual beged, you could think about it and use it and make it into a beged. Rabbi Eliezer says, Af mishu shat eino ta'un kibbus. Even if the animal has already been skinned and the blood sprinkled on the animal skin, still eino ta'un kibbus. It's not a beged. Let's see in a second. Okay, why? Achlo shat ein ta'un kibbus tichtiv al habeged. It says beged. Ma beged ra'u lekabel tuma. A beged, a garment. This garment is ra'u lekabel tuma. It is appropriate. It can become tameh. If it's a beged, you say, oh, I want it to be a clear vessel, therefore it's a u'il kabel tuma. Therefore, akol u'il kabel tuma. Any garment or any item that's kabel tuma, v'ad shelo hufshat eino u'il kabel tuma. This skin, well, it's still connected to the animal. It's not a skin. It's not a beged. So it's not appropriate to be kabel tuma. But mishu hufshat havi ra'u lekabel tuma. Im chashav alav la'asot oto michsel merkava or the chasot b'otamita. What animal skin? The animal skins. Remember, when you skin an animal, then you have to do this whole process of canning or cutting and making it appropriate in order to use it. So therefore, how is that mikabel tuma? And the Rabbi Yehuda says mishu hufshat ta'un kibbus. Why? Because you can decide to use it as the cover of your saddle just as is. And once you make that mental decision, it goes from being an animal skin to a saddle cover. And therefore it's mekabel tuma, and therefore it's a beged, and therefore ta'un kibbus. Rabbi Eliezer says no. Af mishu hufshat eino ta'un kibbus. Sorry, I don't think so. Why? And the be'ina davar mekabel tuma she'en chusar fi l'machshava. Because yes, you have to think about it and make it into a saddle. But if you didn't, it's still not mekabel tuma, and therefore it doesn't require kibbus. Ein ta'un kibus ela makom hadam. The beged, what does you have to wash the whole thing? No, only the place of the blood. V'davar shu'ur lekabel tuma. Moreover, something that's ra'ul lekabel tuma, that can become a tuma, that can become tameh. Ve'ra'ul kibus, that's something that's worthy of, appropriate for kibus. Bartinu says, what does that mean? Lim'ote kli eitz, that excludes like wood vessels, wood clogs. Apagav dekabel tuma ein ra'ul kibus. It's not something that you wash. Debar greidahu. It's something that you scrape and not bar kibus, not something that's washable. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning. To the Rabbi of my father, Rabbi Sim from Bangkok, and have a great day.